It's been a little while since we've done one of these. Let's do a little longer form film room here. We're going to look at Christian Watson. The game against the Lions obviously had a big game from a statistical standpoint, and also just wanted to kind of look at some of the other benefits, or some of the other, not benefits, some of the stuff he does for this offense, I guess, or what he did in this past game, and kind of talk through it a little bit. I don't have much of a plan in case you've not been able to tell, so we're just going to kind of walk through. Oh, I can't remember how many plays. We'll look at them. This is going to be the first one. That's going to be this big completion. That hook at the top wasn't supposed to be there. To Christian Watson to open the game. Love this call. This is something that LaFleur called. Love. They had this in the game as a play one. Texted Love the day before and said, I kind of think we might want to take this out. And Love said, nope, I want to keep it in. I want this. So we're going to go ahead and keep it in. Obviously goes for 53 yards. Great way to set the tone for the first game. They're gonna, or the first play of the game. They're running, so they've got this. You've got Lions, and we won't spend a whole lot of time on this. I think that's gonna be. I think you have the three there. So they're gonna drop some guys back. They're gonna be running kind of a benches stuff there, and then this big kind of post vertical, whatever you want to call it, up over the top against against that guy there. You're attacking that guy. Now the call is you don't have to throw this to him, but we'll watch what Watson does on this. And again, we're not necessarily doing like a full schematic breakdown here, but we've got right here, and see everything kind of works out. Rolling, stepping down. That means Watson has there, and Watson is very fast. This is going to come up again. So he's going to kind of just run this little skinny post up against there. He's got inside leverage against there. Love's kind of looking around. You can see what Love's doing. Fake the handoff, look down, unleash. Now, right here, right? I mean, you've got this safety's hard to see because he's on the Lion. He's kind of heading that way. You've got outside guy there. You got a ton of room for Watson. We'll run back and watch Watson here in a second. Burns that man alive. If you put that ball out, that sucker's a touchdown. Love underthrows it. Continues to be a problem for Love. I mean, this would have to be a huge throw. I think Love has the arm for it, but this is many yards downfield. Love can do it, but this is asking quite a bit. But still, see the underthrow quite a bit. And that's just Watson, what you want him to do from day one, right? Even without nuance of anything, run fast, straight line, go get ball, and he high points the ball. We'll look out from the other angle here, because that's one of the things on Watson so far this year is it doesn't go up strong. Man, he did some nice things today. I mean, you've got now right there. Watson kind of he's looking up the ball. Everyone's looking up. Go up and get that ball, man. High point that ball up over the defender. Beautifully done by Watson. Huge catch to lead off the game there. All right, this is Watson up top. We're going to watch him. We're running a little dragon, a little slant flat on that side. Watson's going to fire that sucker in there, or Love's going to fire that sucker in there. Watson, nice catch. I mean, this is the thing on Watson, right? Is that, again, you got to make the tough catches. He's not just a speed streak and run routes too. Not that he's asked to do a ton here, but you're running that slant. So you're running flat slant, dragon, whatever, and what you're reading is the quarterback. You're looking for that guy to clear, so you want him to clear. Put this in another color so it's not confusing. You want him to clear because you're following that dude to the flat right here, and once he clears, and then that guy is over here, you've got the throwing lane. You want to hit that slant to Watson in that throwing lane that's created by the flat defender. Love hits, and you can see Watson. We're watching Watson here. Doesn't really just stick his foot in the dirt. He just kind of bang, bang, really smooth. Great separation. You can see him right there. Push, just the thread of his vertical. You got the hips turned already, even off the short one here. This is 1st and 10. You can see him. He's got his hips turned. You're trying to funnel into those guys. But just quick little thing, and then he gets hit hard by that safety. And he hangs on. We'll look at it from this angle. You can see the hit there. So again, nice easy route from Watson. Brace himself for the hit, comes up with the ball, 8 yards on 1st and 10. It's a good way to do it. All right, this one here is not going to be a catch from Watson. He's going to be there. Actually, let's, where am I at here? Yeah, we're running some deep curls. Not something I really love. We got some theories about why they might be running some of these. Some of it's the coverage beaters you've got here. But I think it also, if you get less guys on the move, I like the idea of putting guys on the move. These crossers, so Love can hit them, but if there's some accuracy issues there in terms of hitting guys in stride, you hit these stop routes. But what they're doing here, it's these 2 deep hooks. I think there and there. Put that, you got single high, putting that guy in conflict. We're just going to watch. Listen, this could be any man here, right? Look, as they stop, safety, look, and he's looking there. You got both these guys running identical routes. Love just reads that guy. The threat of Watson pushing that safety deep, excuse me, holds him to Watson's side. Just makes it easy for Love. Just throw over to Dobbs, I believe that is. No, I'm sorry. That's going to be Heath. It's one of the catches to Heath on the day there. So, again, just that threat of speed. Now, the safety has to cheat somewhere, right? But you can see him. Actually, from this angle, you can see him. Right down there. He's leaning that side anyway, and as Watson's pushing up, you can see Watson's shoe right there. Makes it easy for Love as he's looking. Fade away from the pressure. Throw it to Heath. Well done. All right, we've got... This is going to be 1 to Watson here. He's going to be down at the bottom. 3rd and 8. We're just going to get this a yard past the sticks, man. Shotgun drop back. Hit that. Go up. Get the ball, jam that foot in the ground. I think this was originally called incomplete on the field, and then I think maybe a quick video turn or officials getting together overturn this. I can't remember. But he's got this quick out right there, and Love's going to be watching. You got single high safety. You have no one helping over there. This is one where you need your guy to win. Use that speed, push vertically, get that DB to open up. You got those hips. He's facing laterally there. He's getting ready to turn, and then you turn that. Watson turns that. Love's already got his ball. I keep saying Watson for throwing. I'm doing a Watson film room, and I'm getting easily confused apparently. And just throws that thing out. Now this ball could be out here. Put that ball out here. Watson gives a chance to run underneath that. Just run to the ball. Catch that ball as it is. It's up. Watson, use that frame, man. Go up. Get that ball, know you're going to take that hit, and even then you get the 1 foot down, bang, foot's in the air, jam that second one down. George Pickens could never, look at that, jam that sucker down, heel inbounds, get that catch, 9 yards on 3rd and 8, win that route, go up and get it, bang, 1 foot down, jam that second foot in before you go out of bounds. Beautifully done, nice route, good break on that, and way to attack that ball there. It's going to be Watson here. Another kind of quick out. I believe a quick out off the stick concept here on the right. He's uncovered at the moment. There's no one immediately over him. So he doesn't have to do too much, but catch that ball. Get upfield. Fight, man. So this is a pretty easy read for Jordan Love. Because, again, so we're running stick over here, so a little vertical, and then a quick out here. You've got no one over there, right? You got the rushers inside. You got a linebacker, inside leverage. You could see, and I think Love's trying to use cadence in here to see if they're going to kind of sneak this guy down, rotate those guys. And so he sneaks down. You take the vertical. Nothing gives there. They're not doing anything, so he's uncovered. So this makes it really nice for Love. He's going to check that man on the outside there, make sure he's not trapping the coverage there. But really, then he just hits the back foot. Throw that sucker out. Again, nothing big. You don't have to create separation. But he catches the ball. I mean, where is that? 4 yards? About 4 yards past where he has to get. He ends up getting 8 yards. Push through him in. You know, you're not gonna beat him to the inside. He saw the help. You can kind of see him a little bit. Actually, we'll run this from the other angle here. He's gonna catch the ball. Briefly thinks about. I'm gonna try to make him miss. There's guys to the inside. I can't really do that. I'm a big, strong man. I'm just going to put my shoulder down. I'm going to run through him and try to strip the ball. Strong hands of the ball. Really nicely done by Watson. Even off one where the route doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. I like the idea of just, listen, I'm going to get what I'm going to get. I'm not going to try to dance. I'm not getting anything crazy here. I'm a big man. I'm going to put my shoulder down and this other man, and then I will beat him. And that was nice. So an extra 4 yards off Yak off of that. This is going to be the Kraft touchdown. So we got Christian Watson there doing this little insert block thing. Just run off. And I got a couple things I want to talk about here. And Kraft with the touchdown. Really nicely done. So the Packers are running. I mean, it looks to me, the way I initially had this tagged was like a mesh return type of deal, because Watson kind of overlaps and then runs to the corner there. It's that, or it's kind of more like a sail look. You've got a follow over here, so you can see that's a cross-country dagger thing. None of this stuff really matters that much. But really what you're doing is you're trying to drag these guys deep into the end zone, and then you're going to have Tucker Kraft, who does a tremendous job on this. But I want to talk about Christian Watson, because this is Christian Watson film room, I guess. They insert him down. Now, they will use him as this little insert blocker. Under the line, give some extra heft, especially against this big line here. You get a guy back there that can block. You get Lazard did a lot of this for him. Watson, they've been putting him in here this much. Now, Watson has struggled in this part of the run game in terms of the blocking here. And I can't remember if we're going to look at a play today or not from him. I believe we are. Just one play where he does well. This is not his strength as a blocker, but they have been putting him here, and you can do a handful of different things with this. You can kind of have him help there. You can, one of the other things they've been doing, I know this year, is as they kind of will pull around as like a counter thing or a trap, he'll kind of block someone there, or they'll use him. I guess that this is the more likely. You'll kick out, block down, and then he will lead through the hole. That's one of the ones we're going to be looking at tonight. And so then the running back would go in there. So you've got a couple different ways you're influencing. They ran this, I believe, already on the day. If they hadn't run this on the day, they'd been running this already before. So this is a tendency look, you could say, from them. All right, he's inserting down. One thing we know we've seen, especially with the running back to this side, because the running back to this side, the easiest way for running back to run from this side is to cross the face, because you get that downhill. So you're setting up something where you're going to this side. That's kind of what they're showing right here. Instead, Watson's going to release to the line, kind of come in, and then just take that dude deep. It's nicely done. It's a really good design. Again, based off of, and you can see even the way the Lions are attacking this a little bit, where they got these guys kind of coming down here. I think they're looking for here. You've got the safety to this side. He's looking at the stuff over here, but they look like they're playing against that run there. Obviously, it doesn't happen. Now you've got the safety there is picking up Watson, so he kind of threatens with the speed. You got Reed on the crosser. Tucker Kraft, man, that's Aiden Hutchinson on the outside. Tucker Kraft sells us really well. I'm going to block you. I'm going to engage. And when he disengages, he just tosses. I mean, Hutchinson's off his feet. Just releases. Beautifully done. Ball's still in the air. That's one of my favorite parts. Ball's still in the air at this point. Like Christian Watson out there. Hand up. Got a touchdown. I did my part. Just beautifully done. Beautifully drawn up. Beautifully executed. And Watson's part in this was really, really nice. And celebrating his teammate before the ball is even caught. You unironically love to see it. All right. We have got, where is he on this one? There he is. Thing with Watson, I love he's got these high white socks. He's a very kind of tall, very distinct looking man. So if you're looking for him on the game film, it's usually pretty easy to find him. He has a single digit number. A lot of things kind of stand out about him. His stature a little bit as well. I love that it's very easy to find him. Put him in jet motion. I love this because this is something you can do with him. And we saw this, I think they did with Wicks. This is the Dillon run after catch, was just tremendous. They did this with Wicks, and I think actually Wicks got a touchdown out of it. I might be mistaken on this. But this is a concept the Packers like a lot, which is kind of this middle read dagger, which is push vertically this clear out, and then based on what the safety does, you break across, you go deep, and then you usually, from a man over here, will run this dig. So you're trying to clear out with that guy, run this dig behind it. Well, with speed, what you can do, you can run this off a jet because you're getting downfield quicker. So he is actually the dig route there off of this jet. You can't do that unless you have speed. And Watson able to do that. He stumbles a little bit out of the break here. Right up. Turf Monster got Watson a couple times in the game. He had one that was a deep out route. I know that he kind of stumbled over a little bit as well. You can keep that guy on the backside. Now, it does not end up working here because they drop the linebacker so deep. But I did want to show this just because, again, this is the kind of thing that you need. You need speed to be able to run this, just for this to develop, because you need the clear and the dig. If you got a guy who's a little slower and he's not ready to break where he needs to break and he's there when it's time to run a break, obviously that's not going to work, so it's hard to run this off of jet motion. So the speed from Watson to be able to run some of that stuff, a different look off a common concept, is really, really huge. And then Dillon, just, my goodness, I love how little, I mentioned this somewhere else, but I love how little he moves when he's hit. Anzalone tries to hit him, just barely moves. Just an absolute truck of a human being. All right, we've got him. He's in the slot here. And now they're going to run. This is the same concept I was just talking about, only now they're running from a static look. This is the middle redagger. This time, Watson is going to be the clear. So he's running, again, has the option to kind of cut across or go, and you're running Dobbs behind him. They're going to hit Dobbs because this time the linebackers are going to stay up. But again, we'll see the effect of Watson here. Got the tied up with the safety. You got this guy coming over. You really got to push that, right? Because the whole thing is you need the whole point of this concept. Open up this area here. You've got the linebackers down at this point. You need to keep these guys back. You don't want either of those guys driving on it. And so Watson, with that speed, bending that inside, it's against too high. Got these too high safeties. Against too high, that clear out bends inside for exactly this purpose. You want to threaten them because what you don't want is then to throw the dig here to Dobbs. That's a terrible throw. Throw it there. You don't impact this guy, and he's able to drive down on it, either hit your guy, make a play on the ball, whatever it is. You don't want that. In case I need to tell you, you don't want the defensive guy doing something bad. So you need someone who's going to threaten that, and Watson clearly does. Again, kind of bend up. You're taking those two guys in. You've opened the room you need. And Love's able to rip that sucker in there. Campbell, I think that's Jack Campbell, tries to drop under this throw. We'll watch it from this angle here. Yeah, 46. Love just able to get it past his head. Nice throw, and that's 31. That's the safety who could have been down on it, but, yeah, we got Watson there using that speed, doing what he does, man. All right, let's see. We've got smash look, I think. Where is it? Just said it was easy to see him. He's a 3 and trips over there. Yeah, this is the one that should have been DPI and wasn't. Say their feet get tangled because this man is holding his arm the whole way. You can see him. He's got him. Oh, I'm going to fall down. I'm going to hold you. Very clear DPI. Isn't called. Does not matter ultimately. But they got this kind of double in, like this kind of double China deep corner out there. Call that dusty. That's what you call that. With this little kind of double in, then over. And Watson's got to beat this guy. He got too high. Against too high, that smash goes like that. A lot of times you see that smash fade, which is like that deeper kind of bending right out there. Works against single high. Against too high, you need to run away from that safety. And so you're bending that to the outside and to the sideline there. And we'll just see the speed of Watson. He's got to get, so he needs outside release, but he gets inside because this guy turns in, but you got to stack him, right? Because you still got to get open over the top. So use that speed, bend, use that body, get up over the top. There's a window there. He's got this guy beat. Safety's up over the top. That guy's on his back hip. If that throw is put out there, which it is, Watson has a really good shot at catching this. I think he ends up coming down with it. However, he is pulled down. But again, you got to use with that speed. And again, that's speed and that's out route running too. Let's get to the inside, use that body, bend, get up over the top, then create that separation at the top of the route. I think he does a really good job of it here. Again, does not end up paying off, and ultimately then we get the DPI for it, so it's kind of stinks. But it's a nice route there by Watson. We'll do another. There he is. Cross-country dagger look. We've got this little shift to the outside there. And then just Watson open deep there, I guess. We've got, let's see. Yeah, on this side, you're pushing vertically. He's put that initial route as vertical. That safety just keeps backpedaling, man. And you're going to bend that over. And you can see that's the attention that you get from him right there. I don't know if this is all Watson, obviously, some of this defensive play call. But if you watch him as Watson pushes off the line, watch that safety as Watson pushes off the line, that's backpedaling and pick him up. And just make your way across, and he doesn't, ball ends up incomplete there. But that shows, again, some of the respect you get from Watson's speed there. Got a couple more here, I think 5 more. I'm trying not to go too fast through these, but I also don't want to go too slow because I don't want it to take forever because no one really cares about that. Excuse me. But I do want to cover as many of these as we can. All right. We got Watson there in the jet motion here. This one's beautiful, man. Like, this is one I think they hit if Love has a little more time. So this is, you got this kind of post wheel, I think, to this side. Yeah, everything's in cut, right? You've got this, so you're kind of clearing from that side. You got Watson on that jet motion over there. This one, I don't know if it's so much Watson. This is the speed of him, what he can give you off of some of this stuff. You could run a bunch of people off. I don't think this one is specific to Watson, but it's just the speed that he can give you. And if this is there, this is a touchdown. They're going to bump coverage. This is something I think they saw. They're going to bump coverage. And so this is going to be Anzalone's going to be kind of taking him out over here because you're going to have the boundary is going to be here. Safety is going to be taken up by someone else, and you've got Christian Watson wide open on that wheel route, man. So yeah, Anzalone, I think it's Anzalone bumps, and he just cuts that back inside. Nice little cut back inside. Does not bend that to the sideline. Sees where Anzalone is heading there, where his angle's taking him out. Cut that back inside. Wide open, man. Safety's here. Looking inside. He's looking there. I mean, that's touchdown if you put that out in front. Now, the reason he doesn't, I mean, this is not Love. This is Runyon gets murdered here by Hutchinson, I believe. He kind of dips his hands under, gets through as Love is at the top of his drop. And he's looking over here initially, so they're running this kind of a Mills look or Portland look or something. You got this deep in / curl, and then you get this over. So he's looking top of his drop, big 7-step drop. He's looking there. What he's going to see is outside leverage, but pinching in. The next read is going to be here. He would be looking here. However, as he gets to the top of his drop, so this is like backside of the concept. This is not the concept. That's the alert. Didn't see enough, I guess, when they were running it because he's looking to the concept side there. Bang, back foot in the ground. He's not going to throw that because the safety, but Hutchinson's already on him. So he's moving already. He just has to dump this down. Honestly, a really good job to dump that down, even get 5. But really good, really well done by Watson. Again, showing that speed on the jet motion, getting that bump in coverage. And then instead of just taking this out, cuts that back in inside of Anzalone. Doesn't allow Anzalone to get any hands on him as he gets up the field. Really nicely done. Good recognition from Christian Watson there. I really enjoyed. I think this, might be mistaken, is our run. So I had him, I think this is insert blocker. He's not insert on this one, but this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, what they'll do with him. Now, he will struggle with this. I don't mean to say like this clip is indicative of everything that he does in the blocking game. He's really at his best in the blocking game if you're going to be running like those end arounds they've been running Jaden Reed. That's terrible up at the top there. And he's able to, if they do this like pin pull, and he's able to be one of the pinners, usually they'll get him up to that second level. He will block the linebacker. You pull these guys around. He's been really, really good at that. Some of the other areas in run blocking he struggled in. This is a good rep from him, and just shows, I want to show this because this is something we kind of looked at earlier as well. I think you're going to kick out there, if I'm not mistaken, and lead through the hole. So it's going to look like that there's an opening here, and you see block down, block out. You got this hole. He's going to be running here. You get a safety waiting. Watson's going to sneak underneath. Get that block. I think there's still, I mean, there's room for growth in the blocking game. I know he did this a lot in college. Obviously, minimal gain there. We'll look at this from the backside here. So there is room for growth here. I want to get to the other backside. Sorry. There's room for growth in the blocking game. I don't know if he's ever going to be like elite at all levels, but very few wide receivers are, especially a wide receiver like this. To me, my thing on wide receivers, we'll run this real quick. There he is, coming under the line. So you can see 31 waiting. Crack. Now he doesn't get, the linebacker takes him out. Watson does his job. If you get a wide receiver, your job as a blocker, in my mind, is it's lose slowly. Get in the way. My biggest thing is be a willing blocker, even if you're not a lockdown one. Be willing to put your nose in there. just get some movement if you can, but really just trying to get in the way. And for a lot of the downfield stuff, that's really all you need. For stuff like this, obviously, I think they want more of him, and he did a good job here. And again, I think where they use him on some of the edge stuff with the sweeps, he's done a very, very good job with. Your number one wide receiver who makes a name in speed. I don't know if this is. I guess what I'm saying is that it's okay if he doesn't excel here, as long as he's willing, in my mind, and will occasionally show you something good. And he will show you something good. Obviously, I'd love it if he was a lockdown, just an absolute drive guys back in the run game in this kind of play. And we don't see that consistently, but that's okay. But I did want to show this as an example of one done well and willingness to do it, honestly. So we got 3 more here. I guess this is his touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. A little cheat motion out there. Little fade route. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So they use the cheat motion with Kraft. He's going to bump cheat motion. Run that. You're going to bump that guy over. You've got single high coverage. You got the single high safety there. And you're going to run, like I said, against 2 high. You usually run the smash. So you run that corner. Against single high, you run the deep fade route against him, and you're just going to get that guy's got outside leverage on him again, but he's going to win outside this time. He's not going to get inside and then stack. Get to the outside shoulder, push, maintain the separation, create a little at the top, go up, make a big play and get it. You love to see this. I mean, this is a couple different things for him. Again, this is winning at the line. God, look at that. Just goes up and get it. We'll see this from the other angle too. Winning at the line when the cornerback has leverage against you. Cornerback is looking to take away the outside. Watson is able to use his feet, and we'll run back and see that from the other side. Use his feet, get to the outside, then obviously go up, make that big catch, come down with the ball in a big moment. Big touchdown from Christian Watson there in this game. My fantasy team also thanks him. So we'll just take a quick minute here, and we'll look at footwork. Again, you can see outside shoulder. That guy's outside shoulder right there. Use just his feet. Bam, bam, bam. Dip that shoulder. Get to the outside with your feet. Dip that shoulder. Maintain separation. Get creation at the top of it. Really good route. Now that's not just speed. That's knowing your release package, knowing what release package to use at the line against that guy, knowing the different ways to use your body. Again, kind of dip that shoulder underneath to create separation, and then create separation at the top of the route. Use that little burst of speed at the top. Had some hand fighting there. Use those hands to disengage a little bit, create that separation, then go up and get the ball. This looks to me, this was one of those that you watched this live, and this was that's a great catch by Christian Watson. He's fast. He got downfield, got separation, caught that ball. You watch this. I mean, this is a lot of good things from him as far as a complete receiver that you want to see that he showed off in this play. So absolutely love seeing that. We got 2 to go. I think this is the one that maybe slips and falls on. There he is right there, underneath on a stack. I love this. The follow. But he just turns that guy. So they're running this little, I don't know. I've got this tagged. I think it's Wolf, I think. They follow and then kind of break. So they're going to be following, and we're going to see what that does. Tough to defend if you space this properly, because they could break at any time. You can go inside, outside, but you can't press. You can't do a whole lot against these guys because it's essentially a rub all the way down the field. But you can see right here, he's going to be the man picking it up. He's got feet turned. He's backpedaling, man. I don't know what's going on, but I know they got speed and another pushing downfield. So when Watson and the Turf Monster gets him here, when Watson turns, if he doesn't slip, he's got that. You've got that guy, hips are turned. He's going all the way the other way. You got eyes down there. This is 1st and 10. This is not 3rd and long or anything like that, but you got the linebackers playing deep, as they've been playing a lot of the game. But you've used your speed. You've turned that guy around. Can't stay on his feet, unfortunately. Love ends up throwing it at Kraft's feet. Does not end the way you want it to, but again, use that speed. Get that spacing, not just the speed, it's the threat of the speed, right? If it was speed, I'm going to run fast. He's overrunning Romeo Doubs. He's hitting his feet. So you pace yourself behind that guy, break off, stick your foot in the dirt, break off when you need to at full speed. She was doing, it was looking like a really good cut. Just a Turf Monster had his number. Something that happens to the best of us. So I had him on against the Lions in Detroit. So hate to see that, but again, the threat of that speed and even just that route to break off really enjoyed. So last play we're going to look at, he had a lot of snaps on the day, obviously, so we're not getting a chance to look at all of them. But I thought this was a pretty good selection of showing some of the good that he did this past week. We got there's Watson. I don't know why I circled him this time. I've not done anything else. The two-man and trips at the top there. They're going to be running just some verts here. I think this is going to be incomplete if I'm not mistaken. And let's see. Just push, man. Yeah, this is the big shot at the end. This is a real shame. Man. So Lions look like, I mean, they're up. You can see that's the deepest guy right there. They look like they're in cover zero. That looks like exactly what they're doing. You got man across the board. I think it's going to be there. You've got a lot of guys in the box. The Packers this was 3rd and 10. They'd been running the ball, trying to run the clock down a little bit. 3rd and 10. They want to take a shot. So the Lions got everyone loaded. You've run 2 times in a row. I don't really like that, but we're not here to talk about coaching strategy at the moment, as far as I know. You got everyone looking for the run. You got a shotgun here. We're going to take away the run, and they're just going to run Watson through it, man. And you can see, again, just special speed, man. He eats up that space. You can see this corner here. He's backpedaling a little bit. He's dead before this play even starts, dude. Like, he kind of comes down. You see him step down right before the play. Bang, bang, flat-footed. You don't know what he's going to do, right? Sticks are here. 3rd and 10. I understand. You got to respect that. You got to see if he breaks to the outside, to the inside. You got to see what he's going to do, right? Is he going to run a curl? I've got to be ready. That's what that speed gets you. Look at him eat up that space. Space is already gone. It's over. You've got outside. This guy is coming up here, but it's not really going to matter if this ball is put out. Like, that's eating up space. And he ends up, he ends up staying in because Kraft stays in. So basically, he then looks for work. It's cover zero. This guy, once he sees Kraft is there, I'm going to go look for work. So then he ends up falling under. But just Watson eating up space, dude. Dang, bang, bang, bang. It's already over. You've got the separation. Love's fading back. This is one. You want to talk about Love's deep ball, man. There's pressure in his face. There's pressure in his face that's coming up, but he's got time to step into this. And if he steps into this, is the throw better? I don't know, but it's better than this. Like, he's fading back. He trusts his arm. He's got a good arm. You've got 94 there. Look at this from the other angle. You see a little better. But this is one here. I think 94 is going to be here, is he? I believe so. Swims right over the top of Myers right there. Swims right over the top. This is one. I've got my guy, man. I just got to get it there. Take a step. Buy a little time. Let that sucker fly. Step up into it if you need to. See him fade off that back foot. He's got bang, 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 bang. He sees it there. Let it go. Let it go. Instead, you've got the extra hitch. And steps back again. So he does that kind of, you see that back foot or kind of double hops? Boom, 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 top, top. And then he released off his back foot. If he just hits it, I know I've got it. I know Christian Watson's got my guy. Bang. Right there. You've got time. You've got your foot planted. 94 is bearing down on you. You got the time, man. Put that in. Drive that sucker down the field. You got it. Instead, you got this double hop off that back foot. Fall away jumper. Bang, bang. Top, top. Throws it up. If this ball is a little better, this is a huge touchdown for the Packers. I mean, obviously they end up winning anyway, but this puts the game away, zeroed out. Game's over at this point. So just could have been a better throw for sure. I don't need to go through that because I just stuck with her for 5 minutes. But Watson does it. That again shows you what he can do, and I think. I don't know if every single play showed this, but what I wanted to show when I was showing this is the different ways that he can win, what he can do. You got him, the one blocking, and again, he didn't have any sweeps in this game. I think him on the edge as the blocker, as the pinner, especially against linebackers, is where he really excels in the run game. You do have some of that insert stuff that they'll put him on, But then you also have the threat of his speed opening up stuff for people underneath. The threat of his speed opening up stuff for himself. Some of the nuances of route running and footwork off the line. I don't think he's a finished product by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's you look at this game and what he did, not only with the catches, but some of the stuff they asked him to do outside the catches and what that meant for the offense at all. I think it was a very exciting game for him. We obviously saw what he could do last year. We've seen flashes of it so far this year. And I think as this goes on, I mean, hopefully as his confidence continues to grow here, we saw some high pointing those balls, which is really, really exciting. So as his confidence grows, and as this team kind of keeps gelling together, I think Christian Watson still has a good chance to be a big part of that. So I hope this was okay. I hope my coughing and occasional water breaks didn't bother you too much. Apologize. It's been a while since I've done one of these. But overall, I hope this is something you got something out of. I know I did just by watching a single player learn a little more about some of what the full impact of the game as opposed to just individual stuff. So I hope you all enjoy this. I will talk to you later.